Hey, it's SKVapers. Name's Chris Smith. With my wife, Miona Smith.
Hi.
And we are, of course, the SKVapers. And first thing I want to do is apologize to anybody out there who's, watched our videos or, it's been interested in anything we were doing. And, we kind of dropped off the face of the earth on there for a while. But, we've been incredibly busy. But anyway, I apologize. But, we're going to be trying to get back out there and be kind of revamping everything. So, I really want to do it right. So, anyways, I wanted to apologize for being so long. And I also wanted to give a shout out to Vape J Juice, because they sent me an awesome shirt a while back. I just wanted to, go ahead and mention them real quick. But that's not really why. Here's the thing. Vape J Juice, out of all the online websites we've ordered from, they are probably like the coolest company that we've had to deal with. Definitely when it comes to online. We've dealt with Mad Vapes, Mountain Oak Vapors, Halo, and a couple others. But Vape J Juice definitely stands out. Real quick, I know Mad Vapes gets a lot of hate. And I'm just going to mention Mad Vapes real quick. I like Mad Vapes. I know that they, have a lot of mass production, have a lot of orders going through, and a lot of people are like, well, their e-juice is, a little bit cheaper. Well, you know what? When it comes to Mad Vapes, their e-juices are cheap. I'm talking about dirt cheap. And you get what you pay for, guys. You get down there and you order these juices are really cheap. They're going to be really cheap, When you go to Vape J Juice, their juices are more expensive than Mad Vapes, but they're better. That's the difference. You get what you pay for. Not always. That's why you want to watch review videos and stuff, because there's some sites out there where you pay a lot of money and you get crap. But, that's just how it works. We all know how that is. Anyways, Vape J Juice. Why do I think they're cool? Well, I am just a regular guy like most of you vapors out there who, we get stuff and we like shoot a video of it, I mean, that's the whole thing about vaping. You get something new, you shoot a video of it, and you get out there in the vaping community. And that's, to me, part of the fun of it. And that don't make me anything special. I'm just like a lot of you other guys out there. I certainly ain't no Grim Green or Janae Fowler. But Vape J Juice makes you feel like, you matter to them, They treat you like somebody. They don't treat you like a customer, like another dollar. They actually treat you like, you mean something, you matter. And I mean, everybody wants to be treated like they're special. That's just all there is to it. At the end of the day, you want to get the attention you want. And they do it, I know they get tons of orders and stuff, but they still, if something happens or anything, their customer service is right there to help you. And not only that, but half the time when you order stuff from them, you're going to get a couple extra bottles, or you don't even know what all you're going to get. I mean, when we order from Vape J Juice, going to the mailbox is like Christmas time, because you never know what's going to be in there, and that's just it's just how cool they are.
Not to say that everybody's experience is going to be the same as ours, but I mean, they're a really fantastic company. I mean, we just love them. I mean,
yeah.
They're great.
They're cool people.
Yeah,
you can definitely tell that they are vapors. They like to have fun. They like to vape. And, they want to share their experience with others. And so, it's cool. And I'm telling you, you need to order from them, because if a lot of people order from them, they can get bigger. And the bigger they get, the better prices we're going to get on their e-juice, and the better quantities we're going to get on their e-juice. They need orders, guys. That's what we need to do. If you send them orders, they're going to get bigger. A company can't get big without an income. They gotta have the orders, and that's my opinion on them. I like them, so I had to give a shout out to them. I've not been paid any money by them or anything else like that. I haven't been endorsed. When they give me free stuff, I don't feel like it's because of me. It's just they're awesome, and that's just the thing. They are, they're out, they're active in the community, and so just at least give them a try. That's all I'm saying. VapeJJuice.com. Now, another thing I want to talk about today is, it's been a long time since we've been on here. As of the 20th of this month, April, I will be completely analog free for 10 months. I'm so close to a year, guys. I cannot wait. But what has my experience been since I've quit smoking? Well, it's been intense. First of all, I quit smoking back in June. I started vaping in May of 2013. When I first started vaping, I vaped for that month, you know, from May into June, and I really liked vaping. You know, I wasn't really sure if I was going to make a switch to it yet, but I really liked it. So I was vaping and I was smoking. And then in June, it was on the 20th, I went to smoke a cigarette. And I pulled, and it was just like, it's like there's a hole in it, you know? And I know you guys have had that, where you get a cigarette, it's got a hole in it, and you don't get the flow. You know, you ex-smokers and smokers out there. So I was just thinking it was a hole or something, and I just wasn't getting what I needed. So I crushed it, lit up another one, you know, checked it first. And it got the same thing. And what it was, is I've gotten used to the taste, the throat hit, the nicotine, and the feel. And then, the aesthetics, the vapor, you know?
It really was fantastic at that moment when he crushed those cigarettes. You know, I was afraid that he would never quit, and, you know, that he was just going to die of smoking.
I was pretty sure I was never going to quit.
And, you know, after he crushed those 2 cigarettes, I knew he was done. And, you know, I am just so thankful for vaping. You know, it's just, you know, it saved his life.
There was no point for me to smoke anymore. It gave me nothing anymore. I mean, when I did smoke, you know, I had to vape because it wouldn't give me what I needed. And see, to me, that's killer. Because, yeah, you could say I'm switching addictions. And I am. But you see, the thing is I was never going to quit smoking because I didn't want to quit. And I know I'm not the only one out there. I wanted to quit for health reasons. Yeah, it was killing me. You know, I was losing, you know, all my health. I was getting sicker and sicker. I had these horrible headaches. When I went to bed at night, I was constantly coughing, and I had to swallow and swallow. And it was just, you know, because that feeling you get in your throat when you lay down, all that mucus and all that nastiness. And, yeah, I wanted to quit for that reason. But did I really want to quit? No, I didn't want to quit smoking. I loved it. I loved the act of smoking. I loved the feel. I loved everything about it. Let's just be realistic. Other than the smell and the health and everything else, I loved smoking. I got started smoking because I liked it. I didn't start smoking because of peer pressure or because of anything else, but because I actually, you know, was into the idea of smoking. I like to be doing something with my hands.
So do I.
So what vaping did for me was it gave me a way to have a safer alternative. I'm not saying that this is safe. I'm not saying that this is healthy. I'm saying that I don't swallow and cough all night. I'm saying that, you know, I have energy. I'm walking. I want to go and I want to run. I want to do exercising. I can play with my dog now instead of just, you know, her going nuts because she's a bulldog and I'm a lazy ass smoker. You know, and now I can actually do things again. I can breathe. You know, I can taste stuff. You know, I have never realized just how much I lost a sense of smell and taste until I quit smoking. And it was insane. You know, and that's another thing, you know. I wanted to vape tobacco flavors. But as soon as I quit smoking and my taste buds had a little bit of time to regrow, and I went through what I call dead tongue, because, you know, it's just like all your taste buds die and you can't taste anything for like a day. Everything became so intense. And then the tobacco flavors just tasted disgusting. So I had to stop with them. And, you know, go to different, like, fruity dessert, coffee, and then, of course, I call it vapor's tongue. People call it olfactory fatigue. There's all kinds of names for it. But, you know, every once in a while, I get really tired of something. I mean, I switched because of coffee. Coffee was the flavor that caused me to switch. And now I can't stand the stuff. But, you know, that's just how it is. You're going to cycle through stuff. But, when I quit smoking, it was great. I felt great. But there was side effects to quitting smoking. Not necessarily to vaping, but to quitting smoking. That's what people need to realize when you quit smoking. You're going to withdraw, definitely depending on how many cigarettes you smoked, how long you smoked. It's not going to be fun. And also, it does depend a little bit on genetics, too. Not everybody has the same withdrawal effects. I had mouth ulcers. And my mouth, certain parts of it would swell and it would move the teeth around. You know, that was, you know, about 2 weeks after I quit smoking, that started happening. And it lasted for maybe a week or two. And if that happens to you, the best thing I could recommend is start using a lot of mouthwash. And that will help clear it up a little bit. But, you know, it's a process of quitting smoking and all them toxins coming out of you. And it's not fun. But once you quit and you get over the withdrawal symptoms, you're quit. You don't have to worry about that anymore. If I quit vaping, I'm going to get a headache for 2 or 3 days, and then it's going to be over. Nicotine is out of your system in about 48 hours. And that's not this 5,000 plus chemicals, carcinogens, alkaloids, and all this other crap. This is 4 things: nicotine, PG, VG, flavoring. I mean, it's a whole different ballgame. And there's already tons of studies coming out where it's talking about how nicotine is nowhere near as addictive without the other things in smoke and the other alkaloids. And of course, there's all things coming out that it's not as harmful. Now, yeah, we don't know the long-term effects of vaping. We won't. Not for at least 5 or 10 more years. But I can tell you that I don't feel like I did when I smoked. And that's what matters to me. You know, I know that everybody's trying to get it banned and everything else in different states and stuff, and I think it's all about tax money, personally. But I know I feel better. I know I'm healthier. And that's all I care about. Because I was never going to quit smoking. I have no interest in quitting vaping. This saved my life. That's my 2 cents on that. Other than that, the only thing I'm going through now is the lung purge, where I'm coughing up all that tar that was in my lungs. And every time I cough some up, I feel even better. And that's probably the worst part of quitting smoking, is you have to get rid of that junk inside. But once that junk comes out, everything from that point on, it's just gravy. That's the best way I can describe it.
That's what I was going to say, gravy.
Now, I was an ex-smoker. I quit smoking to go to vaping. My wife, however, is not an ex-smoker. She didn't go for something to vaping. She just started vaping. And she vapes nicotine like me, but I'm going to let you hear her story so you know how it affects her and the fact that she didn't smoke. Because it's totally different. Because, I mean, for her, it wasn't for me. Me, I had, issues because I quit smoking. I withdrew from smoking. She, though, I mean, it just doesn't affect her negatively in any way. She can vape all she wants to, or doesn't have to vape if she don't. Anyways, why are you hearing this from me? I'll let you have her.
Hi, this is Miana with, SKVapers. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my experience with vaping. I was never a smoker. I tried, maybe a cigarette, not much, since I wasn't a smoker. And I just, I never smoked. I didn't get the nicotine. I wasn't interested in smoking. My brain told me that she'd kill me, if she found me smoking, and I wasn't really threatened by that or anything. I just had no interest in smoking. We got into getting e-cigs because my husband was really killing himself with smoking. I mean, just bad, just awful. And like you said, we found him, he started vaping, and they saved his life. Well, I never smoked, and it didn't make sense to us to buy, zero-strength nicotine for me because I absolutely loved vaping. When I saw him and his mom, doing it and things, I wanted to try it. I'll try anything once, and, I loved it. I was like, I have to do this. You're just going to have to get me a battery because I'm going to do this. And, it didn't make sense to us to buy zero-strength nicotine or zero-strength flavors and him get nicotine. So I vape the nicotine like he does. I vape 18, and recently we've been checking out a few juices at Carolina Vape Kings, and they go down to 14. So, I've been switched between 18 and 14 milligram strength. And since I was never a smoker, vaping, is a little different for me. What I have to say to everyone out there who doesn't vape or, wants to vape, but, it's supposed to be for smokers to help, get them to quit. Do whatever you want. I'm just saying, for me, I'm not going to let someone say, you're not, non-smokers are not supposed to vape, or, you shouldn't vape if you're a non-smoker. I mean, I'm going to do it. I enjoy it, I'm going to do it. And, so I vape 18 to 14, nicotine strengths. And I can put my device down whenever I feel like it. I recently went to Florida last week, and I took my Ego-style battery, the little 1100, and I didn't vape on it for 3 days because, as you can see, I'm using is it Ace? I'm using the Ace, and the Ego didn't give me what I wanted, what I was used to, and I just couldn't vape off my Ego because I moved up, and I didn't vape for 3 days. I didn't have any headaches, nothing. I mean, the third day, yes, when I got home, I did start to get a little bit of a headache, but there are 0 nicotine strengths out there for people who, think vaping is, cool. I'm not saying, kids can't purchase these. I mean, I'm sure they can, but, look at what you're spending on these, and, can kids really get these? Come on. Anyways, I just, it didn't really affect me in a really bad way. See, I can vape all day, or, I can go a day without vaping, whereas my husband vapes all day, every day. If he stops for, a couple hours or something, you get,
Going crazy.
he starts going crazy. I don't have those problems. I can put it down whenever I want to, I can pick it up whenever I want to, and, like you said earlier, nicotine takes about 48 hours to get out of your system. Sure, if you're vaping nicotine like I am, you probably will get a headache when you're coming off of it, or, whatever. But, like I said, I can pick this up and I can put it down whenever I feel like it,
It's not like with smoking where you say, I can quit whenever I want to, and you're just kidding yourself.
Exactly. It's not at all like that, And,
I'm not sure if they can hear me. You might want to repeat that.
Well, okay. It's not like smoking where, you say, oh, I can put it down, but you really can't, You gotta have that cigarette every hour or every 30 minutes, or how often you light up, you light another one up.
Like that Family Guy episode.
Yeah, like the newest Family Guy episode. It was pretty funny.
He looked so bad, and he was like, it's because you're smoking, Peter. Oh, it ain't that bad.
But, I just wanted to share a little bit about, how it's affected me. I've been able to pick it up. I've been able to put it down however I like, whenever I want. And, not have any, awful side effects like a smoker would have if they were vaping. Of course, a lot of smokers wean themselves down when they vape. They, want to get off the nicotine. But, like my husband said, he's not interested in quitting vaping, and neither am I. I love it. I enjoy it. And my hands, I have this nervous problem where I have to be able to do something with my hands. And that's one of the reasons why I feel like it took so well to vaping, is because it lets me do something with my hands. I was never going to smoke. So I had nothing to do with my hands. I just wasn't going to do it. But with this, I have something to do with my hands. It makes me feel, great. I guess somebody, could probably misconstrue that a little bit, but, that's just me. That's my opinion. That's the things that I've gone through. And, I don't have any, problems. I haven't gotten worse because, I was a non-smoker and started vaping, is what I'm trying to say, It's just not something that's happened to me. So I just want to say to everyone out there, if your friends are doing it, if you're older, you're an adult, and you see your friends around doing it, don't be afraid of it, because I mean, I was a non-smoker. I vape. You know, nothing has happened to me. So I just wanted to, you know, let everybody know out there that, you know, was a little self-conscious maybe about starting to vape because, you know, they've heard that you shouldn't, you know, do it if, you know, you were a non-smoker. I just want to say that, you know, if you want to do it, do it. You know, you have your own, you're in control of your own life, you know. Don't let people scare you because, like I said, my husband smoked, I didn't. We both vape. I mean, and I love it. I absolutely adore it.
Couples who vape together, stay together.
Couples who vape together, stay together. I mean, you know, in our experience. So these are just our 2 cents, you know. We just wanted to get out here and show you guys the differences between, you know, someone who smoked and vapes and someone who never smoked and vapes. Because that's the kind of dynamic that we are in, you know, in vaping together. And I have no interest in vaping 0 milligram nicotine because we're penny pinchers as well, and I see no point in buying 0 strength nicotine just so that, you know, I can vape 0 strength nicotine.
You also like the throat hit.
And
we have 0. You keep saying that, but we have 3 bottles up there of 0, and you won't vape them because you don't like how smooth it is and you can't feel it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that too. I'm sorry, but, you know, I don't like
You forgot about them because you don't like them.
Yeah, I forget about them because I don't like the 0 strength nicotine. I like the throat hit. I like everything about, you know, the nicotine and the, you know, VG, PG, artificial flavors. But that's just me. That's my experience. If you want to go out and, you know, like I said, it's your choice. Do what you want. I mean, it's just that versatile. So, you know, I just wanted to get on here and let everybody know, you know, that he's a smoker. I was never a smoker. We both vape. I mean, and I love it. We both love it. And I wanted to also say to J-Juice that the tiger's blood that you sent us, I absolutely adore it. I mean, it's got a sweet coconut flavor, and I mean, I just can't get enough of it. Every time you send us an extra bottle, you know, I'm like, yep, mine. So, you know, excellent with the tiger's blood. I mean, sometimes, you know, I get a little scared about all these names, like, oh my gosh, what's that going to taste like? But, you know, tiger's blood, fantastic. I love it. I mean, it's my favorite vape by you guys. So, excellent job. We love your company. You know, I mean, you guys are just awesome. But that's really all I wanted to say. And, you know, well, one more thing. So while I was down there in Florida, you know, my family kind of gave me a hard time a little bit because, you know, I told them that I vaped. And I want to say don't get discouraged because I know that there's a lot of people out there that don't know anything about vaping. And when you run into those people, you just have to educate them a little bit, you know, and it should be okay. And, you know, if not, like I said, do what you want. It's your life, you know, and I didn't let them bother me about that because I love vaping so much that, you know, and it's my life, and I'm gonna vape. I mean, I just love it. And, you know, it was a little bit interesting trying to educate them about vaping because, you know, I was telling my dad and everything that, you know, they banned it in certain states, and he was like, oh, well, there must be a reason why. And I was like, well, you know, that's not necessarily true. So, you know, just a little, you know, support for, you know, those out there that are afraid that, you know, vaping will hurt them if they start it, you know, because they don't smoke. You know, or, you know, just educate people. But that's really all I wanted to say. Hey, J-Juice, you're the bomb, you know. I mean, you just really are. Thanks for all your hard work and the great juices that you make. But I'm going to get off here, so we'll see you later. SKVapers out.